Sushant has made it, Sushant has made it. And of course, Vidya ma'am and Shahrukh sir has also made it. But Sushant was, his set was right next to mine. बगल से बंदा उठ के कर सकता है, तो why not me? Of course, it wasn't as easy for me as it is for any XYZ's son or daughter. So I'm glad that, I messed up Student of the Year's audition, because उसके बाद से मेरा thought process पूरा change हुआ, and I lived that character for good 2 minutes या 3 minutes, जितने minutes का भी scene है. I just said, "Hi, Papa," and he just smiled, and he just hugged me, and he was like, "अच्छा आप हैं." He was so fearless. He didn't get stuck in a box, and I'm going to do the same.
So hello everyone. Today we have with us the gorgeous powerhouse of talent, Radhika Madan. Hi Radhika, welcome to Midday.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Let me start off by asking you, how is this lockdown treating you?
It's been a mixture of emotions, yeah. But I'm working on myself this lockdown. I think I've जो भी मैं preach करती थी कि अरे time होगा तो I learn this, I learn that. I think I've picked up on all those things. I've learned keyboard, I've learned a bit of tap dancing, I've learned how to cook. So I think, yeah, so उन चीजों में I think it was very fruitful for me, and plus of course, like I think all of us हमें काफी realizations हो रही हैं कि what is actually important and what is actually not, what are all our priorities are, and just being grateful for every little thing that we take for granted.
Absolutely.
Even say food on our plates.
Your lockdown sounds a lot more productive than all of ours, I must tell you. You're kind of making me feel bad now. This question is a little bit long, so I'm going to need you to bear with me, okay? I want to kind of talk about your shift from TV to movies. You were an extremely established name in the television industry when you sort of decided to take that leap into Bollywood. And guilty pleasure, I used to watch your show like a lot. Like as a little child, I used to be watching this like adult show. I'm like, मैं क्यों देख रही हूँ ये? But whatever. And so did having a super successful TV show under your belt already give you any sort of standing or like help you in any way at all, or were you still like you still had to start like as a newbie from scratch and work your way up and kind of like outsider type to me?
It, of course, like these are like really different industries, and I was told when I was like when I thought of leaving television and stepping into Bollywood, that don't do it. Nobody has made it, and why do you wanna do this? Because I was offered 2 shows before quitting, before Meri Aashiki got over.
Yeah.
So, and I refused both the shows. So वो कह रहे थे पागल है तू, अभी कमा ले, टीवी में कमा ले, उम्र बड़ी है, करते रही हो movies, and किसका हुआ है तू देख ले. तो I remember I always used to give Sushant example to them.
Yeah.
That Sushant has made it, and of course Vidya ma'am and Shahrukh sir has also made it. But Sushant was, his set was right next to mine, so I could relate to it so much. It was like कि अगर बगल से बंदा उठ के कर सकता है, तो why not me? So
Absolutely.
Of course I was like, people were like कुछ नहीं होने वाला, वापस आएगी तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला तेरा. So I actually didn't know where to start from. I didn't know कहाँ पे auditions होते हैं. कुछ ऐसा काम नहीं आया मेरा कि अरे तो जानते हैं या इसको इधर से, कुछ ऐसा नहीं था. मैं लाइनों में भी लगी हूँ. मैंने ऑडिशंस दिए पूछ के कि कौन सी मूवी का हो रहा है, क्या ये हो रहा है, and I had to start from scratch. That was there, but it didn't bother me because I loved it. I was like getting a step closer to my dreams, and that is what I wanted. So I didn't have any ego issues that oh hello मेरा शो तो नंबर 1 था, था ही नहीं कभी ऐसा. थॉट प्रोसेस ही नहीं था. बल्कि लोगों को प्रॉब्लम होती थी मुझे लाइनों में देख के या मुझे ऐसे देख के, तो मुझे लगता था कि उनको क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. आई एम तो हैप्पी कि आई एम गेटिंग क्लोजर टू माय ड्रीम, एंड पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. तो बट या दैट इज हाउ इट हैपेंड.
Now being where you are, you're a couple of films in and they've got immense critical acclaim. So is it slightly easier now?
I'm new in this industry for sure, but like after Angrezi medium, I'm getting the kind of work that I dreamt of. luckily I'm really grateful for it, but and getting the scripts which are really exciting and which makes me jump out of the bed and approach the role. So I'm fortunate. Like after Angrezi, it has made a lot of difference, and now I am getting roles which are really meaty. पहले भी मुझे मिले थे, like whatever I've done, I can't complain about anything. Be it Pataka, be it Mard, be it Angrezi,
Yeah.
be it Shiddat, and now like whatever I've been offered, I'm just grateful that they could see that potential in me, and they could write that role for me, and now I can perform it. So
Right.
I can't complain.
I was actually just reading some interview of yours right now only where you were like, I'm kind of sick of sort of just talking about this whole nepotism thing and it's there. I know it's there. We all know it's there. And I don't want to ask you like a straight up question about that because I agree. It's out there. We've talked about it. Like there's no point hashing the same thing again and again. It's impossible to ignore it, obviously, because it's raging right now. And it's not just Bollywood, even the music industry. Like people are finally sort of, calling a spade, and I think it's really empowering that people are like finally getting the guts to be like, boss, ye ho raha hai, or ab main, like I'm feeling powerful enough to just say it out loud without being negative about it. Obviously, I really appreciate that that's happening. Which side of this do you stand on?
Of course, it wasn't as easy for me as it is for any XYZ's son or
Yeah.
daughter. They do have the access and they agree on it. They themselves accept it. It's not a fair playing field if that happens. And that is
Right.
there and everybody knows it. But my thing is, what do you do about it? How do you deal with it? How you react to is in your hands. What I did was, and what really worked for me personally was, I was like, boss, I'm gonna give my 200%, no matter what. ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर मुझे पता है कि XYZ's daughter is giving the same audition, I won't go for the audition. Yeah, I'll go with that preconceived notion that, oh, she's only gonna get it. मेरा क्या chance है? मेरे को थोड़ी कोई जानते हैं. No, I gave
Yeah.
my 100% and I went for the audition without any preconceived notion. I believe that I need to be answerable to myself. I am my own validation. It's in my hand how I deal with it. So I dealt with it. I worked on myself every single day. I learned new things. And I'm glad I didn't utilize that time just cribbing and playing a victim. I knew what the situation was. I'm not saying that don't address the situation.
Yeah.
You know what the situation is. But you have an option to sit and crib about it, or you have an option to work on yourself, polish your skills, be a better person, read books, and then when you get that chance, kill it. So I chose the other one, and it really worked for me.
You actually talked about how you kind of messed up your student of the year 2 wala audition because you had fever and you weren't feeling well or whatever. Is there any other fun movie that you could have possibly got, but you were a little down and out that day and you weren't able to give a cracking audition?
I wasn't down and out. I
Like
psyched
physically.
myself so much that I got fever. I was like, Dharma, this is it. Finally, this is what I'm meant for. Yeah. And I am the kind of person who doesn't. I don't like to rehearse much before the audition. Like lines पढ़ ली, ये कर लिया, and then वहाँ पे जाके खेलेंगे. I'm that kind of an actor or a person. कि देखेंगे, खेलेंगे, मजे करेंगे. For the first time in my life, I was blocking each and every moment of mine, like movement of mine. कि मैं ऐसे निकलूंगी, फिर मैं ऐसे पलटूंगी, फिर मैं ऐसे डायलॉग डिलीवरी करूंगी. And I used to rehearse it खाते हुए, पीते हुए, नहाते हुए,
Oh God.
सोते हुए. I psyched myself so much that I got fever. My voice wasn't well, like I couldn't talk properly, and I screwed up. And I don't blame anybody for it. I blame myself. And
Yeah.
that is the day when I told myself, I'm never gonna do this with myself. I'm always gonna go to the audition and have a blast. I'm gonna enjoy myself without caring about the result, without foreseeing कि अरे अब तो मतलब introducing Radhika Madan and alag level and baal होते हुए entry. I'm not gonna do that to myself. And I'm glad, that thing happened with me, because right after that, got an audition for Pataka. and it was a Vishal Bhardwaj film. And I told myself, you're not going to repeat the same mistake. You're just going to go out there and you're going to have fun without thinking it's a Vishal Bhardwaj film.
Yeah.
So I went, I didn't know the dialect, I didn't know anything. मैं बस खेलते हुए मजे करते करते audition दी. And that really worked for me. So I'm glad that, you know, I messed up Student of the Year's audition, because उसके बाद से मेरा thought process पूरा change हुआ, and whatever I approach, whatever audition I give, I just have a blast there. I don't care about whether I get the role or not. I live that character for good 2 minutes या 3 minutes जितने minutes का भी scene है.
Radhika, it's of course impossible not to talk about your iconic co-star in Angrezi medium, the legendary Mr. Irfan Khan. His contribution to cinema is infinite, I would say. I'm sure his passing came as quite a shock to you as well. It's been a few months now, so sort of how are you kind of coping with the loss?
It took me a few days for it to sink in that it has actually happened. But you know what? I told myself that he lives on. I'm always gonna remember him for the contribution he made to our cinema, and like all over the world, the leaps that he took, the unconventional routes that he took. He was so fearless. He was so like, he didn't care about the conventional ideas that were there during that time. He didn't get stuck in a box. And I'm going to do the same. I won't get stuck in a box. I would just break free from every box that they put me in. And I'm going to always remember him for the person he was, how he treated everybody with so much of respect, how he was a student till the very end. Like, I remember when we were shooting, he used to get anxious before an important scene. Like, I used to see him roaming in the corridor with script in his hand. क्या कल important scene है तो अरे में बैठ क्या है इसका क्या करेंगे, राइटर को पकड़ लिया, डीओपी को पकड़ लिया. एंड मैं देख के बोलती यार ये तो मैं हूँ, लाइक मैं नहीं हूँ, मेरे पेट में बटरफ्लाइज होती हैं, I get anxious before an important scene. He's the Irfan Khan, the international star. How can he be this anxious? This is what I'll always keep with myself, that be a student your whole life. Always approach your film or your project with this mindset that, okay, it's my first.
Right.
So I think all these values, all these lessons, his contribution to the cinema, it lives on, and it will always be with me. So he's here. He's not going to go anywhere.
That is a really beautiful sort of thing to take with you. And I mean, any sort of memory, or I mean, I'm sure there are lots. You shot a whole movie with him, and I'm sure you kind of kept in touch. But like anything that would come to your mind straight off the top of your head that you'll always cherish forever, something that just like a cute little moment that sort of stands out.
I think it was the way he treated me. He didn't treat me as a newcomer. He didn't treat me कि अरे यार इसको तो अभी बहुत सीखना बाकी है. The respect that he showed me. He used to ask me that आप कैसे scene देखती हैं. It was a big deal for me, for him to ask me कि मैं कैसे ये scene देखती हूँ. And I didn't expect that, to be very honest. That is one thing that I will always keep with myself. And one moment that just doesn't leave my mind is when I met him for the first time. I was at Dinu's office, and he came. He was wearing this really cool pink jacket, and he had coffee in his hand. And he just came to me, and I just greeted him like, मैंने ये नहीं बोला कि oh hi sir, oh hello, hi. I just said hi papa, and he just smiled, and he just hugged me, and he was like अच्छा आप हैं. So I think that is the moment that is always going to be with me.
That's so cute. We've all kind of been cooped up at home for months now. I mean, it's getting a bit ridiculous. A lot of people have been laid off, projects have been shelved, called off entirely. The whole world is in a major state of uncertainty. How important is one's mental health right now? And what are some tips or advice that you can give maybe people out there who are in a bad position, or just generally everybody, to kind of keep sane during this time and, you know, feel healthy and feel fit and fine?
I think it's very important for all of us to communicate what is going inside. It's a really important issue. तो कभी कभी क्या होता है, कभी कभी हमारी ईगो आ जाती है बीच में कि जहाँ पर हम खुद ही फेस नहीं कर रहे होते और हम कैसे हेल्प मांग सकते हैं, ये आ जाता है. क्योंकि मैं तो ये हूँ, मैं तो एग्जाम्पल, मैं तो राधिका मदान हूँ, तो मैं कैसे हेल्प मांगूंगी. तो दैट्स लाइक द ईगो कमिंग इनटू पिक्चर. द अदर थिंग इज यू बिकमिंग दिस विक्टिम कि क्या मेरी प्रॉब्लम्स वो क्यों सुने, मैं क्यों, मेरा जॉब है ना टू डील विद माय ओन प्रॉब्लम्स. देन मैं उसको क्यों सुनाऊं, मैं अपनी फैमिली को क्यों बॉदर करूं एंड ऑल दैट. आई थिंक इन दिस केस गो सी अ थेरेपिस्ट. हमारी सोसाइटी में ना एक हवा बना हुआ है कि थेरेपी मतलब पागल हो गई, कुड़ी पागल हो गई, पागल हो गई है, पागल खाने जाएगी, डॉक्टर से मिल रही है, ऐसी हो गई है, हाय तौबा थेरेपिस्ट पे जा रही है. तो इट्स लाइक इट्स अ हवा. तो हम भी एज लाइक अगर मेरे पेरेंट्स ऐसे हैं, मेरी सोसाइटी ऐसे, तो आई विल आल्सो हेजिटेट. बट नो, डोंट डू दैट. देयर इज अ रीजन, देयर आर प्रोफेशनल. इफ यू don't want to bother anybody with your issues, go visit a therapist. Yeah, it's okay, it's fine, it's totally fine, it's healthy, it's important. So I think that step needs to be taken. Ego needs to come down, and if you don't have ego, if you're in the zone that I don't want to bother, go see a therapist.
Normalize the whole idea of seeking help.
Seek help. It's your responsibility to do that to yourself. It's what you owe to yourself. Seek help. Don't keep it inside you. And of course, as a society, we need to be more empathetic. We need to be more sensitive. We need to be there for people. Genuinely there, not, I'm there for you, and when the other person calls and, hey, I'm busy. Yeah, arey yaar, ye to pareshan karta rehta hai. Genuinely be there. If you say it, mean it.
So, Radhika, you and Jasleen Royal have collaborated and recently released a cover of Lata Mangeshkar's iconic song Lag Ja Gale. You're playing the keyboard in the song and like quite a master, I must tell you. It was very impressive in the video. I was like, whoa, where did that come from? So tell me, how did this collaboration sort of come about, and you know, who reached out to who, and how long have you been playing the keyboard for? Please don't tell me you learned the whole thing in the quarantine, because that's just going to be really sad for us useless people.
I did actually. I didn't have the time to learn it before, but I always wanted to learn it. And when the quarantine happened, I was like, it's time to practice whatever I preach. And that's how I learned. I picked up on this. So I used to learn from YouTube. And then like one day me and Jasleen were just talking. And she just told me कि अरे यार मेरा accordion पड़ा हुआ है, मुझे सीखना था. And धूल खा रहा है वो. मैंने बोला यार मुझे कीबोर्ड भी सीखना था. तो we just started jamming together. और मुझे तो पता भी नहीं जैम में भी म्यूजिशियंस करते क्या है, तो मैं कुछ भी बजा रही थी. So if you listen to the song, the starting section, the intro section is very different from Lag Ja Gale. Like if you hear the intro, you won't get to know that it's actually Lag Ja Gale. So that section is actually the section जिसपे हमने jam किया था. So Jasleen had recorded that, he had pasted that in the song. So randomly she just lyrics of Lag Ja Gale. It just happened very organically. यार हमने प्लान कुछ नहीं किया था. I warned her though that तेरा करियर है, मेरा तो करियर है नहीं. तो तू में बात है कि मैं तो निकल जाऊंगी, मैं एक्टिंग कर दूंगी.
So we're going to quickly move on to our final segment, which is the Lockdown Diaries. I'm going to ask you some quick questions about how you've been spending your time during this lockdown that is never ending and it's just never ending. And just give me like rapid responses. So how are you spending your quarantine time?
Learning new things. Whatever I preach, say learning keyboard or learning tap dancing, learning how to cook, spending time with my family. Realizing what is actually important and what is actually my priority, and being grateful for every little thing in my life, from even food on my plate.
What's the one thing you've learned about yourself during the lockdown?
I think one realization that I've had is that, okay, just pause and see where you're going. Don't just be a part of a rat race.
Right.
Know where you're going. And actually think whether you really want that or not. And what do you actually want? Like what I actually want is to live different lives. It's not to get to a position or, become this. I'm not chasing the numbers. I'm not chasing the number one position. I got into this because I love expressing myself and I love living different lives. And that is what my priority is. Not getting to the top 5 or, top 3 positions or whatever it is. So I'm gonna this pause was really important for me to redirect my energies.
What show are you currently binge watching, and which shows would you recommend to others right now?
I am currently binge watching Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is great. I think you should watch it. It's very different. And the other one I think is Dark. So
even I'm starting Dark.
Yeah,
I'm on the third episode.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm also on the third episode. It's pretty cool.
What activities are you doing to keep boredom at bay?
Okay, I'm playing Rummy with Dadi and Nani.
What is the one thing that you loved about this lockdown? And then what is the one thing that you hated about this lockdown?
One thing I hated initially was that I couldn't be with my family. And one thing that I love is that I'm finally, after 2 years, getting time to spend with my family.
Like, what's the first thing you're going to do when movement is allowed and life returns back to normal?
Hug my best friend.
Okay, and lastly, what is something like a bizarre thing or like something very different that's happened to you during this lockdown? Like some fun anecdote to share from when you've been at home.
So I learned how to cook. That's a very different thing. It's a very, I never thought that I could do it. So मेरी मम्मी मेरे बैकग्राउंड में हमेशा ऐसे जब भी मैं कुछ बना रही थी तो ऐसे आवाज आती थी पू बनी पार्वती. So yeah, that is one thing that happened.
It's been a pleasure having you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck for everything that you do in the future, and I hope to see you sometime soon in person so that we can do this in some cramped room.
Thank you so much, Parul. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.